Elephants have been my personal favorite animal for many years, so I decided to learn more about the different types of elephants that there are in the world. There are two main classifications of elephants, with those being African and Asian, each of these having multiple subspecies under them. Although today we're just going to be talking about the Asian elephants and the different subspecies and the differences in size and habitat of them. There are four main subspecies of the Asian elephant, with them being Borneo, Indian, Sri Lankan, and Sumatran, even though we're just going to be talking about the first three. First is the Borneo elephant. Borneo elephants are also known as pygmy elephants because of the size difference between them and many of the other Asian elephant subspecies. Although they're considered part of the Asian elephant family, they are genetically different from the other subspecies. They are mainly between 8 and 9 feet tall, versus, as you'll hear later, the other subspecies are normally between 9 and 11 feet tall. They are also, according to the World Wildlife Organization, the most endangered subspecies of the Asian elephant, with there only being about 1,500 of them in the world. They live in the forests of the island of Borneo, which is what caused them to be so small because they were cut off from the mainland, which meant that they had to begin to develop different than the other elephants, because they had to have different survival adaptations. They're not only smaller, but they also mainly don't have tusks. But when they do, they're straighter and shorter than most other elephants. Next is the Indian elephant. And Indian elephants are basically the middle size of Asian elephants, because they are similar in size to the Sri Lankan elephant that I'll be talking about later. They are normally between 9 and 10 feet tall, with that being taller than a Borneo elephant, but still shorter than the Sri Lankan. Indian elephants have the highest population, but still being considered an endangered species, with their entire population being between 20,000 and 25,000. Though they have the highest population, it seems to be rapidly decreasing according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, as it has decreased by approximately 50% over the past 50 years. Although mainly living in subtropical and dry forests, they are constantly moving and never stop for long because they are always needing a new, fresh source of water. Finally, I'll be talking about the Sri Lankan elephant, which is the largest of the subspecies of Asian elephants. They're between 8 and 11 feet tall, but they're normally on the higher end of that, meaning that they are taller than the Borneo elephant and just slightly taller than the Indian elephant. They are still considered extremely endangered, much like the Borneo elephant, though they do have a larger population, with it being between 2,500 and 4,000. They mainly live in the tropical forests on the island of Sri Lanka, which is off of the coast of India. What makes them different than many other types of elephants is that their herds are mainly ran by females, versus the way that many other societies are ran and led by males. Even in human culture, that's how it works. Although they all fit under the same broader umbrella of Asian elephant, they're all very different as individuals, with the way that their habitats are, their sizes, and the populations being so varied, between being a pygmy elephant and a really gigantic one. Thank you.